To talk more about the current situation in Honduras, my colleague Estefania Bravo spoke with Luis Zelaya Medrano, the president of the Liberal Party in Honduras and a former presidential candidate for the 2017 presidential elections.
Well, this shows the weakness of the government of the Juan Hernandez, because they only one way to face the people is by repression, by the use the force of the police and the military. And the root problem, the real problem, the main problem is the uncertainty and ungovernability in the country.
The president has offered a dialogue. How are people reacting to this call, and how do you view the appeals for dialogue?
He does the authority, the moral authority to call a dialogue. We failed in the United Nations dialogue last year. We had the opportunity to talk with the government, so they don't have the will to do the right things. So right now, I think he's not the moral authority to call a dialogue in Honduras.
Yeah. Now, Luis, the Catholic Church made a call for people to pray at noon today. What are people praying for, and what role has the church had within these recent weeks?
The Episcopal Conference in Honduras made a pronouncement who called the people for the reflection of what the situation and violence and corruption and all the things around the real problems in the country. We have to join to pray for our country. We are very, very concerned about the situation in our country.
Yeah. Luis, let's go back and talk about the election process, which saw President Juan Orlando Hernandez be re-elected in 2017. Was his re-election legal to begin with?
This is the original sin in Honduras, the illegal re-election. The Constitution don't allow re-election in Honduras. So this is the main problem, the roof on everything in the country. And the fraud, the elections in November 2017 was a fraud, and this is the real problems in our country.
Yeah. Now, lastly, around this time ago, 10 years ago, we saw a coup against former President Luis Zelaya. Many will be remembering the date in the coming week. What will have to happen for the unrest to end?
Well, we have a lost decade. If you see the education indicators, the poverty, the education, health, every indicator in Honduras, we can see the last decade is a lost decade for us. So we need to reflection for all the actors, politicals, social, church, and everything to rebuild our country. We need to see the future, but in a real dialogue without Juan Hernandez, without the government.